Hey friends, welcome to the page. I'm Ken Smith, and one of the little snippets that I'm sharing with you today is from the Henry Ford Museum. Now, what I'm really excited about was a visit that I wasn't actually expecting to get, and this has to do with Rosa Parks Bus. So as I was walking through a multitude of displays that are there, I was absolutely intrigued when I stepped into her bus, when I actually found out it was her bus and not a replica of a bus. And the historian there went on by telling me the story of how they actually acquired the bus. And so without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share that kind of impromptu video and enjoy. Wow. You see this in the movies, but how cool is this to actually be inside a bus like this?
Is the second one from the front right here. This is where she sat back there.
Is this where Rosa Parks sat? Really? This is her bus?
This is her bus.
Oh my goodness, what a piece of history here. That is way cool. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, tell me how Henry Ford acquired this bus. This is...
I'll tell you the history of this bus.
Sure.
It was made here in Pontiac, Michigan in 1948 in Building 2. Okay. It's a GM product. It went to Terre Haute, Indiana first, and then it went to Montgomery. It serviced the city of Montgomery, the national city lines, until 1971 when it was decommissioned, about 15, 16 years after the arrest took place.
Wow.
Yes. And in the decommissioning and selling of it, it went to a local farmer, Mr. Summerford, who used it as a tool shed.
Really?
Now, the employees of the bus line told him verbally that this was the bus she was arrested on in 1955. He took it home and he used it as a tool shed. He passed away in 1985. His daughter inherited everything, and by the year 2000, now this is an antique vehicle. It is an artifact. It has gained that over time. And she realizes she has something of value and tries to sell it on the internet. She's not successful because she has no provenance. Masternet, an internet auction company, becomes involved. They do the research on this bus to prove that it is the bus. They post notices in the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal. They are going to auction this bus on the internet for institutions only. In October of 2001, we are the high bidder, and we bring it home. But it has to be restored. So we hire MSX Corporation to restore the vehicle. They take it back to look as it did in the mid-1950s. It goes out on the museum floor in 2003, and this exhibit is built in 2006. Now, Rosa Parks has been living in Detroit since 1957. So she sees this when we first bring it in 2001.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and she sees it again in 2003 when it's been restored. She is a guest at our celebration. She passes away in 2005 and is laid in state at the Charles H. Wright Museum downtown. It's the only time this bus has left the museum. It's taken and placed in front of the Charles H. Wright Museum in her honor and draped in black cloth.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate it. Friends, I really hope you enjoyed that video. I know I was absolutely touched when I found out a real story behind that bus and just the history behind what the bus went through and how it was sold, how it was restored, and how it ended up being draped in black at her funeral. And so I really hope you enjoyed a little piece of history. Hey, remember, give us a like and subscribe, but more than anything else, be blessed.